Hello guys, I am Stark and I'm here to record a build to Ratha Fast Castle as Bengalis. In case you don't know, Rathas are about to be buffed in the next patch. But honestly, that surprised me a lot because in my opinion, they are just hard to use it, they are just underused, but they are excellent unit. There's this guy called WhitePhosporus who developed a kind of a fast castle in order to be able to use those guys in Arabia. And sometimes he keeps adding villagers, and sometimes he totally abandons any hope and just goes like without villagers after Castle Age and just plays like full Rata and Siege. It does look insane, it does look weird, but trust me, it's actually very fun. And that's why I'm recording this build, and I'm actually gonna try this out in a game situation to see how it goes. Probably won't go so well, but anyway, let's see what surprises do we have here. So basically I'm gonna give the insights of his build and how to perform it. What's the idea here? Pretty much you want to start in a very regular way by making two houses, sending the villagers to the ship. And we're going to put our 6 first villagers towards the ship. All the other ships that we find, we're gonna use it for scouting. And there's one information which is quite important, which is where are our gold? We're actually gonna have to choose later a spot for our castle. And here's the thing, hear me out. The castle will actually be the key here. The castle placement is the key. We do not want to make those fancy fast castles with a full functioning economy. We actually just need to get some castle to protect, a minimum amount of wood and gold, and keep producing ratas. Villager number 7 goes to the boar, while we do keep scouting. Villager number 8 goes there as well. Let's pick 6 villagers, shift will to kill the boar, and there we go. We do have ourselves a boar on the TC. Oh, we just found a deer, that's cool. There's more value to those sheep scouting. We're actually gonna have 4 villagers here towards the wood. And we can already start building a perimeter around this placement that has our gold and our wood line. Okay, I'm gonna make this. Oh, let's go for the other boar. We do not want our DC to go idle, right? So now we have 4 on the wood, and that will be it, guys. I'm not planning on sending more guys to the wood. Only to the foot. 6 guys to the next boar, and we can start luring. As fast as you can find the resources and start luring, best it is. If you change the order of, oh Stark, instead of collecting a boar, I'm luring, I'm getting a ship, no problem. The idea here is that the macro numbers works for you. 8 on food, 4 on wood, house next to the wood, and lumber camp very close to the gold. Now we're going to the berries. And I'm making a meal. We want now, guys, to make this fast castle happen, to have at least 14 villagers collecting food. And I want to split these villagers into multiple food sources that we have. And the berries, well, the berries are one of those sources. We have 13 villagers. Let's make a second house here. We do not want to get houses, right?
आदेश तैयार
Hi.
बेद बेद
And let's go for the last tier. Now that we have 14 villagers, do you know what are we going to do? We're going to send 4 villagers to the stone and make loom.
आदेश
Now comes the tricky part. Against most players on the ranked queue that are actually clicking up with 19 pop, 20 pop, these guys are already on their way to feudal age. So we might be facing a guy that is already on the way to feudal age. There's the possibility that this guy is already thinking about making militias, men at arms, or he's already setting up his second lumber camp and so on, and scouting us to go for archers or anything like this. This guy will soon realize that we have like villagers on stone, so things are gonna get pretty bad here.
बेद आदेश
But we are on the way up after the loom. We can already even get one of those guys
तैयार तो
to support a bit on the wood line.
निर्माणकारी काठूरिया 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 हाय काठूरिया काठूरिया
In any moment, guys, we can be attacked. Since it's likely that our opponent's gonna go faster to the next stage, I don't want to take risks to take risks here.
हाय
So I don't want to get out of the comfort of my own TC here. His scout might be already on feudal age and start to harass me. If I can keep my scout alive, or either find information, I don't know. I think that just keeping it alive would be better to help defending my villagers from eventual kind of bushes or anything. As soon as we enter in the next stage, we're gonna queue up two villagers to the stone, and we're actually gonna receive 2 extra villagers because we are Bengalis, and we are finally gonna have something special going on our economy. As you can see, the 4, now 5 villagers on the wood are just gonna be enough here to provide us enough wood to go for a market and a blacksmith. There's the guy pushing us. We're gonna fight back in views as much as we can, and if we need to prioritize protecting one resource, it will be the stone.
जुगाड़िया हाय शोतो तैयार
Hi. निर्माणकारी
निर्माणकारी
So let's say that this guy is already preparing archers or something to send to our stone militias here.
हाय
What are we going to do? We're going to make a tower to help protecting the stone.
तैयार
Shotto.
And we're gonna send like most of our villagers, if not all of those guys,
हाय
towards the stone. Even if we have to retreat on the lumber, it doesn't matter.
काठूरिया
We finally killed our scout. We're gonna sell 200 stone, and we're gonna click up here.
जुगाड़िया
Now we click it up. We are having like 14 villagers collecting stone. I know we're using stone to make a tower, but the idea here is to dive this tower is dying. You would need like an amazing amount of villagers and army in order to dive there. Even if this guy had all his army plus 5 villagers trying to dive this tower, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't succeed. Got it? He wouldn't. By the way, I forgot to mention, but we have some spare food. We can actually upgrade something.
आदेश
Wood is always nice, right?
খননকারী
We just want to defend this place. If we even need to send like 20 villagers to defend this spot, we are gonna do it. But with a tower here and this amount of views, this is not a great target for this guy to harass. He might think about harassing the wood line. If he does so, we're gonna retreat to the stagglers, and he might try to find any other resource, but he won't find anything.
हाय काठूरिया
Now let's talk about some game situations. If everything is going good, which in most cases it will not, you can even prepare villagers here. Sorry, prepare farms. How many farms start? If you manage to place 6 farms, you are in the most perfect game situation, game scenario possible here, guys.
खननकारी शोतो हाय
Because then you are gonna be able to keep villager production.
निर्माणकारी आदेश
We already have enough stone for a castle. It's around 40 minutes,
Hi.
and we are gonna drop a
Shotto.
castle there.
Hi.
There's the castle.
নির্মাণকারী
आदेश হয়
After
তৈয়ার
this castle, we're gonna make a mining camp.
নির্মাণকারী
And here's the thing, in order to keep a Ratha being produced,
হয়
you actually need 9
নির্মাণকাঠুরিয়া
villagers on wood and 9 villagers on gold without any upgrade. Since we have the wood upgrade, yeah, we don't need that much on the wood.
আদেশ
We can even afford our 6th farm or just keep it to the bare minimum. If we need extra resources here on the beginning, we can use the market and even sell some of the stone, and now we can start producing Rathas. Those
Hey,
guys,
খননকারী
well, they need to go to the
Hey,
gold, remember? We need these numbers. And this is basically the idea. Even if you lost like 5 views, even if you couldn't put on the farms, you are still gonna keep producing Rathas non-stop.
তৈয়ার কাঠুরিয়া
Got the idea? We're just gonna keep producing those big fat boys here. And here's the thing, it can be used on the ranged mode as it is, with 5 attack and 105 HP and 4 range, or in the melee mode that you just change here, and it will have amazing 10 attack, basically the same attack of a knight. You heard me right, the same attack as a knight.
আদেশ
Let's make a sixth farm. There might be some scenarios, guys, where you are not even gonna survive enough here to be able to make farms. Even so, if you keep the core of your economy, at least 9 villagers on wood and 9 on gold, you are just being able to keep producing Rathas forever, forever, forever and ever. And let's keep going. Let's go and attack this guy. If you need trade resources, if you are fighting and you want to use the ranged mode, go for fletching. If you actually need more tankiness for your unit, go for the armor. But pretty much use these kind of units in the best way you can. You can use them as ranged units here, archers to raid. As you can see, it's not so impressive. Of course, we are down fletching. Or you can actually use the melee mode, which is pretty powerful. As you can see, same as attacking with a knight. But don't forget that this unit can still be countered by skirmishers, and if that's the case, my suggestion for you is to invest into a siege workshop and go for mangonels. I think that there are 2 units that can be quite dangerous to the Rathas. The first one is the skirmisher. The skirmisher can actually give a huge damage on this unit. This is the ranged one, this is the melee one. Now all are ranged, and we can start adding mangonels. Another good thing you can do is keep going to the stone if you can, because if you do so, if your opponent tries to just buy time and hide himself, well, you can just drop a castle on his face and keep the push going. Oh, very good. He's defending well, congrats. He's avoiding to fight me. That's why we need the mango. And of course, keep making Rathas. Keep making mangoes, keep making Rathas, minimum on the food, just to keep the town center working. And honestly, for that strategy, trust me, that's an option. You can just stop making views and try to bet all into the Rathas. Let's go for the flashing, right? We need more firepower. There's our mango. Let's keep it going around. Now we have basically mangonels, which can decimate both buildings and ranged units, even some melee ones. And you have the Rathas that you can use to raid here. And as I mentioned, if you feel like you can actually, your opponent's just turtling, adding like a lot of towers, doing something like this, you can just pick like a bunch of villagers, go there and drop a castle on his face. If you can drop a castle like this, which will range his town center, man, that's even better. And for him to deny you from doing so, it's going to be very challenging, trust me. And the reason it's going to be very challenging is, well, you basically have an OP unit. You have the Ratha, which can be a knight, which can be a cave archer. On this stage of the game, this guy might be struggling. About the units, pikeman, skirmisher, keep switching modes, use the ranged mode to fight pikemen, use the melee mode to fight skirmishers, but be aware, if the enemy makes way too much skirmishers, he can actually out-micro you. You might be having a good time and even being able to fight like that, and even skirmishers suffer, right? Even without any armor upgrade, this unit is insane. We keep making sending views there. And remember, the most important thing is, if you always keep at least 9 on wood and 9 on gold, you will be able to keep the Rathas production. A Ratha is created, if I'm not mistaken, in 19 or 18 seconds, which means that you can build at least 3 of these guys per minute. So if you have a cast of around 15 minutes, until 20 minutes you can have at least 5 plus 3 equals to 15 Rathas, and that's an amazing number. Imagine what would you do with like 15 Cavarchers, or what would you do with 50 Knights around this time. So this is like the most perfect scenario for guys. Just a full Ratha pressure with some siege, but in most cases you might suffer a lot of feudal age damage, this tower might not be enough, you might lose a few views, so things are not going to be so smooth. At least not in the beginning, but the more you practice, the better you will get as WhitePhosporus. I'm eager to try this on Ranked. I think that this is a very suboptimal strategy, but still, it's gonna be very fun to try and to see what players are gonna do against it. And that's basically that's what I had, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I recommend you actually try out this Ratha and Mangonel strategy. Build by the upgrades you think that are necessary. If you think that Bodkin Arrow is necessary, buy Bodkin Arrow. If you think that the armor is necessary, buy the armor. Of course, that after you have a lot of those guys. And that's basically it. Oh my god, where's this guy running to? Does he have a TC? Oh yeah, let's try out and make a small case on how good these guys are against a TC. Oh! Let's first kill this monastery, right? Once again, remember, they do have like 10 attack. That's so fun to play, man. You can play against the AI, you can play on the ranked, you can keep mauling people with these strategies, so it's so fucking good. And they are not even buffed yet on the version that I'm playing here. They are not even on the new patch. Anyway, let's go there. I'll try to take down this town center, see what happens. I'm not afraid of siege. If this guy makes, for example, a Mangonel, I can just keep a few melee units here to kill it. And let's see how it performs against the town center. I have a big pack of 20 of those guys. By the way, I think that I need actually a lot more on gold to keep my production, right?
Adesh?
Okay. A lot of gold, a lot of wood, and look what I'm doing here, guys. I'm taking down a town center, losing like 1, 2, 3 units, whatever. They are so cheap and I can just keep producing them forever. I can just keep making like new castles. I can switch to boom, I can fix up my eco, or I can play an all-in with like 25 to 30 villagers. That's fine. The minimum amount of views you need is 18 to keep things going on. And that's basically the idea. This AI don't give up. Unbelievable. Oh, finally. That's it. And that's the idea. Go for the Ratha, goes for the Mangonel. If you take a look here on the timing, the idea here is that we want to afford getting to a 14-minute castle wage. Oh my god! I defeated the extreme AI for the first time. You actually want to reach a castle wage around 14 minutes, start dropping a castle in a position where the opponent is not going to be able to kill your economy. Basically, if you drop it between the gold and a stone and a wood line, and just be able to set up 9 woodcutters and 9 gold miners, you can just keep making wagons forever. If you survive with more views, like I just did on this game, you can actually drop farms, go for the regular eco. If things get ugly, you can actually send extras to the gold, and buy some extra food to make views, or just harass the enemy villagers. You were Bengali, man. You were just winning like 4 extra views. Make use of those guys. If you lose 4 villagers in the process of getting this castle up, you are still gonna have the same amount of villagers of a regular civ. So abuse this strategy, try it, have fun. That's what I had, guys. Bye bye. Stark out.